discussion. I'm gonna have it on.
Welcome to the Aisha Sisters Show. My name is Honey, and I am joined by my beautiful sisters, Fatima from Indianapolis and Queen Sue. Say hi, ladies.
Hello, everybody.
Peace and love, peace and blessings, everybody.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. Please take this time to like this podcast, share this podcast on your social media, whatever platform you're watching it from. Please take this time to share, you guys. All right. Okay. Before we start our show, today's topic is domestic violence. That topic hits home for a lot of women, and Black women are proportionately at a disadvantage when it comes to that. Seems like from the rates, Black women get more abused than any other population of women. So we have decided to bring that to the forefront today, and we want to discuss it. We want you guys to be in part of our discussion. Before we begin, we would like to lead with prayer so that we can let more of God in and less of ourselves. Fatima, could you please lead us in the Al-Fatiha?
Yes. Time's up, everybody. I'm going to do it in English so that way we all can be able to follow along. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to Allah, cherisher, sustainer of the world, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Thee do we worship, thine aid we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those who have bestowed your grace, the way of those whose portion is not rapid, those who go not astray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Okay, you guys. Okay, Queen, you have anything you want to say about this topic before we get going as we start our segment?
I feel that I want our viewers to really key into us today with questions, answers, just helping us brainstorm and to attack this topic that we're on today about uh, the danger and the war against women.
Yes.
Every racial. This domestic stuff, it gotta stop. So y'all can have the floor now.
Okay. Fatima, do you have anything you want to chime in about? I have a video I want to play, but I want to get your input before I play the video. Sis.
As Queen Sue was saying, it does need to stop. It's a lot of stuff that happen, and honestly, we look at people every day and think that they in a safe space and stuff like that, and honestly, go home to some of the craziest things. So, I'm with Queen Sue was saying that it does need to stop, but a lot of these things is being able to find the type of help or resources that are needed to be able um, to leave. I'm finding more and more women that they don't have the strength to be able to leave. So even though it seems like just leave, a lot of ties, children I've seen where children is a big tie. They feel like, well, what am I going to do about the kids? They're afraid to leave because of the situation. So being able to get those resources and have people that could assist with that is something that's big. That's one way of getting it to stop.
Definitely. Okay, well, I want to play this video. Okay, this one.
A story you will only see here on News 5. A disturbing report confirms what our investigators uncovered in our year-long series on domestic violence.
When women are murdered, the killer, more often than not, is their intimate partner. But that's not all the report revealed. From Your Side investigator Sarah Buttison is here to tell us tonight which women are most at risk.
Danita, the CDC report reviewed murders in 18 states over 18 years. It found Black women are twice as likely to be murdered as women of other races. So we asked why.
He came in with the intention to kill me.
It was a cold October night,
but it all backfired.
When Sonia Garth's ex-husband showed up at her door.
When he shot me, she jumped up to save her mother.
So Rufus Gray turned his gun on his stepdaughter.
And he shot her.
The bullet struck 12-year-old Davia dead.
And all I can hear in my mind is that he shot me, Mommy.
It's very dangerous to leave an intimate partner violence relationship.
Victoria Grant is the justice system advocate for the Domestic Violence and Child Advocacy Center.
That's the most dangerous time. Your risk of becoming murdered increases by 75%.
But this new CDC study found one group of women are more at risk. Reviewing data from more than a dozen states, including Ohio, it found Black women are murdered at twice the rate of white, Hispanic, and Asian women.
We just don't trust systems because systems have never worked in our favor.
So Black domestic violence victims are less likely to seek counseling or call police, increasing the risk they'll be killed by their intimate partner.
It's just not a simple matter of leaving. I have to have a plan in place that will allow me to leave safely without the risk of homicide.
When it happened to me, I didn't know about domestic violence agencies. I didn't know about shelters or people that you can talk to on the phone.
Sonia was abused for years before she kicked Gray to the curb. She had no idea leaving him could have lethal results.
We are forever destroyed. I can't pick the pieces up and say, okay, well, we're gonna move on, we're gonna do this. There's no pieces to pick up.
The CDC study confirms something else we uncovered in our year-long investigation. Guns were the most common way women were killed. Right now, there is no Ohio law to guarantee domestic abusers turn over their weapons, even when a judge orders them to do so. On your side, I'm investigator Sarah Buttison, News 5.
Okay, so what do you ladies think?
I think that it need to be more interaction and more awareness of the harm that's being done to a Black woman in her own household. When they say you laying in the bed sleeping with the enemy and you don't even know it, because a person could just wake up out they sleep and just take your life away from you. And then for us to be able to walk down the street, I'm trying to figure out where has the men went in our lives where they could stand around and see us being brutalized, beat down, and they'll turn their head talking about that's not none of their business. You know what I'm saying? We out here like some little white sheets. You understand what I'm saying? Without no protection, without no covering, without nobody standing up for us. So we need to bring awareness to this domestic violence that's been going on ever since that I can remember. When we stayed in Chicago, and we lived over there on Drake, and me and my sister and them, we used to go on the corner down there by Drake and Douglas, and our friends used to live on the corner, and the husband used to be beating the lady all the time. She was a good mother. She cooked, she did everything, and she was scared to death of the man. You understand what I'm saying? Beat her. We little kids, we used to be hollering and screaming, telling our moms or telling somebody, but everybody was like, closing their doors, what I'm saying, wouldn't get involved with it. And she ended up blowing his head off and ended up doing penitentiary time for something that we seen her getting beat on a daily basis. This madness gotta stop. It gotta really stop. They make awareness on everything. They invest funds into everything, but why nobody can't invest anything into us as Black women? As women, period, being abused mentally and physically. Because the woman that's being physically and mentally abused, she got a mental problem for accepting it anyway. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We gotta raise up awareness, and I am very I'm very strong speaking on this subject right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I have many friends, you know, that go through all type of different acts of domestic violence, mental cruelty, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just tired of it.
Mhm.
I'm putting my feet down. It got to stop. It has to stop. I
Yes,
walk down the street. If I can witness and see something happen to one of my sisters or one of my mothers or my auntie out in the street, and then see a whole host of men standing there and don't do nothing about it, shoot, I'm just a little sheep out there. It can happen to me.
there
You
you
know,
go. Yeah.
it can happen to me. Even if
And where can we go to feel safe? Where can we go to feel safe? Because see, it's so crazy. I'm piggybacking off what you said, Quinn. I hope I didn't interrupt you, but um, you see a situation in the street where a man and woman, they may be arguing and fighting and stuff, right? So now, and I do understand why people may say, well, man, I ain't getting in that, that's that man and his woman. I get that part, right? Where you may not want to physically interject in that. I understand. You understand, but use your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to approach them. Hey man, take that home. Hey man, stop that. That ain't right. I here you went to that thing in Milwaukee, right? It was an event in Milwaukee, and you came home, and when you came home, you said that the gentleman told you guys that stop, take a deep breath, and count to 10. you know and in that time that gives you time to stop, pause, and think. When things are happening, sometimes you don't even have to physically interject. Use your words. Use your words so that people can, maybe that will help a person take a 10-second break or a pause in the situation and think about it. It's real unfortunate that people just see things happening and they just keeping going and not acting like it's nothing, and it's nobody's business. When you do things in public, it becomes everyone's business. And if it's going on in private, unfortunately, a lot of women, they may feel like, they want to keep things to themselves. And some people are really, really, really afraid. I think if I was getting my head knocked between the refrigerator, I'd probably be scared too. I ain't gonna front on it. I'm a little woman. I'm 5'4", 140 pounds. Some men get the banging on my head. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be a little scared too. But I think I would hope that if somebody was beating me up, that I would have enough strength to remove myself from the situation before anybody got hurt. I would hope. I don't know, because I ain't, I
Right.
don't,
So,
I would hope.
right. So when we were speaking on the fact of things being said, only thing with that, and you'll find me in a place where I can kind of read the room or the situation. You know what I mean? Because on some certain situations I have spoke up on, right? But
Mhm.
I look at the patterns too. You see what I'm saying? I don't get in people's business. I'm just not gonna do that. There's a lot of other business to be had than to be in people's business. But if you get in somebody's stuff and next thing you know, they right back together. I know y'all done seen that happen. You see what I'm saying? It makes things weird. So that's why a lot of times you just gotta kind of I just kind of watch the situation. Some people really are helpless, but then there's some people who really enable the situation. That's what they know, and be okay with it. I know some people that really do get they behind whoop, and they're okay with it. Like that's what they do. They say that's what they do. All right, you know. But it's not
Right.
until it's too late. So it's so many different avenues to domestic violence. Some people don't really even understand the toxic traits of it. So you know, you got that too.
Um, I was speaking to my cousin about this a while back, a couple of weeks ago. You know, Now, I'm just gonna be candid and speak about myself, right? I was in an abusive relationship, but it wasn't a physically abusive relationship. It was mentally, it was verbally, it was emotionally abusive, you know. And I I, I couldn't leave. I was literally stuck, and it was so crazy. The manipulation that goes on with some abusers, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because sometimes you don't even realize that you're being abused and manipulated until the whole thing is over.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Uh, you know, so I get it. And what happens is, you know, there is a there's a term for it, you guys. Google it. It's called Stockholm syndrome. Sometimes women get emotionally tied and twisted up with their abusers, and we can't leave. We be stuck in a whole mental state. Like after I left that relationship, I literally had to go see a therapist because I had to reflect it back. Like, why did I even stay for that? What was what? You know,
Parent.
you
Caring,
know,
feeling like you can change them, feeling like you can help. Not even necessarily
girl.
trying to change people. It's just literally trying to help or try to understand because they put that
Yes,
story in
and
there.
then you,
But the manipulation
girl.
story is if they've had everybody leave them or
Oh man,
that be
oh
the
man,
thing. And when I hear that, it's like, well, I don't want to be like that person
like
you say
them, and
so
I
I
don't
can
want to,
help you, and
girl.
then be the ones. That's it. And I was gonna tell you too what you were saying, as far as the mental abuse. You know, that's way worse than even physical abuse. I know that
Yeah,
you could get a punch a few times, but mental abuse that sticks with you.
yes, it
You
does.
really have to heal different than
Yes,
the
yes,
bruises, the
yes, yes,
physical.
you do.
I know that all too well, but
Yes, you
it
do.
builds character though. You know, everything we go through in life, everybody has their way of life. And like it's built to be able to tell these stories. If you ain't been through it and experienced it, you really can't tell nobody how to necessarily feel. Especially these people, like I let people live their life. But when you do decide, whatever it is, and you need me, I'm cool with that, But some people they just ain't ready and they think that it's okay. We just really hope and pray that it doesn't be too late for them. You know what I mean?
Yes, 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 yes.
Been in that situation. I done been in the physical part too, But at the same time too, when I was growing up, I remember one time I seen my mother in a physical altercation, and it was actually to a place where it messed me up. I was coming home from school, and her husband at the time, was taking her head through the little front door, And I remember as a little girl, I stopped in my tracks and I looked at her because I was looking at my mom like, what's going on? But I made a promise to myself when I was that young. I said, I ain't never going through that. Even if I had to fight my way up out that situation, I ain't never about to agree to deal with nothing like that.
Yeah.
So we have to go through it, experience it, see these things ourselves, be able to really know and be able to help somebody else. We can't say what we won't do and what won't happen either in life.
Ooh, there you go. And like I said, for me, and that abusive relationship came later on in life. You know what I'm saying? And I did not realize that I was caught up till it was too late. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, you know, I definitely empathize with women who go through this because oh, because it got to get scary. You know what I'm saying? If a man is beating you, and you saying that, and some people feel like, if he threatening to kill you and all these different things, and if he already beating you, he, you know what I'm saying, he can kill you. So some women are actually literally really afraid to leave. And then, like I said, with men, a lot of times it be with those type of men, it's a lot of manipulation anyway. Oh, after they beat you up or after they do you dirty, it's always these great apologies and these that makeup period. Now you getting flowers, and now he taking you to that restaurant that you've been wanting to go to, or he taking you on that trip that you said you wanted to go on. Different things of that nature. I'm telling you, abusers are master manipulators. You know what I'm saying? It's real dirty work. It's real dirty work.
And part of stuff I was going to also speak on, I know that we are talking about far as the aspect of women, but a lot of men go through domestic violence as well. Our brothers just as well. It be women out here that definitely, to display
Yeah,
this same
Fatima.
behavior. So I just wanted to make sure so that way later on, when we get into the scrutiny of that, we didn't speak on both angles of it.
Fatima,
There,
let me find out you been over there beating them up now. Let me find out.
It's not.
hold
It's,
on. You
it's not.
said what?
It's not the
What you
point
say?
Let
that
me
we listen. It's not the point that we're leaving the men out for the domestic violence, but this is a war against women right now.
Right,
You understand what I'm saying? So on
right.
Father's Day, they'll have their turn. You know what I'm saying? They'll have their turn. You understand
Oh
what
Got
I'm
you.
Jesus. Did she say on Father's Day? Okay,
Not
fellas,
today.
we'll catch y'all next week, okay?
saying? Yeah.
But now we get it,
Because
we get it,
one
Tim.
thing, it's some women's out there. It's some masculine women out there, but it's women's out there. You know what I'm saying? They is everything of being a woman, far as how tender a woman is and how stronger a one man punch to a woman have to do that punch 10 times on a man because his body is built up completely different from a woman.
That's right.
And the main thing, they have learned in their life how to manipulate women. And that's why a lot of stuff I said, the mental the mental and the physical fruits come from mental illness. Because for one thing, they gotta once they be able to minister to your mind and insert things inside of your mind, and you follow for that stuff. Shoot, if you follow for what they, initiating to you, you gonna fall for anything that they laying down. Cause they showing you the first thing they whispered in your ear. They just like another. The different part about them. They just that's where they got their pimping from. A pimp.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And I
Shoot.
was gonna say it's some good raps out there. Part of stuff I was gonna say there are some good raps
They
out there.
take your whole entire mind. Once they get your mind, they got your body and they got your soul. Your body and your soul at the end of it. So they could feel they could do whatever you want to do because they tell you didn't forget about God being the one that's gonna take care of you and make you come through the stuff. You believe that them niggas is God. Excuse my French. You believe that they God. You understand? So, this subject right here just got me really on fire. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too many females, too many women that's going through domestic violence. You don't know how to come up out of. I done asked several people that I have dealt with. Well, why you keep dealing with such a thing of being abused, mentally or physically? They say they don't know their way out. Just like when we had conversation, different situations that we talk about, the main word that come out of people's mouth is say, "I don't know my way out." You understand? So that's why we got to raise awareness. That's why we got to raise up information. That's why we got to make sure that the information that we give is on centers that could get them to get their mind back right again. You know what I'm saying? We in a real bad time right now. Anytime when it ain't no respect, no love for a woman. None. And ain't got no love. Because I don't even want to start with how all the men turn to men for their love. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to go into that subject right there, but it's just too much right now. It is entirely too much. This subject is a very hot topic. Um, and we need to do more intervening on it, you know what I'm saying, socially, because I don't get in nobody's business. You understand what I'm saying? But
Yes,
just
ma'am.
because I don't get in nobody's business don't mean that it's not affecting and hurting me to see what goes on with our sisters and our mothers and our aunties and everybody that's suffering from this type of violent abuse.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right. And it definitely cuts deep. You know what I'm saying? This is a real deep subject. For me. Like I said, I grew up. I saw a lot of things growing up. I was a '70s baby. Pimping was in. You know what I'm saying? I watched men beat women up all on the street, all up and down the street, kick them in their butts and because I grew up right off of Cicero and Huron. So, and then in the 70s, that since, all up from Chicago Avenue all the way back to across the expressway, Cicero was what that was. And man, the things that we saw as children, you never you don't realize how the things that you see affect you until later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Because I think at one point, because I saw so much domestic violence coming up, that I actually thought that was normal. So in my teenage years, when I would be fighting with my little boyfriends, I thought it was cute. It wasn't until I became a real adult, in my 20s, that I actually saw people who were beaten to death. I've seen men kill their wife and then turn around and kill themselves. You know what I mean? And so that's when it changed my thought process on that. But like I said, growing up, it was very commonplace to see those things and not only not get involved. And sometimes, it was funny. We thought it was funny at that time. As a child, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just we looking at it like this a pimp whooping on his hooker, but in reality, that was a man abusing a woman. It doesn't matter what the job title was. It was still a man abusing a woman. Okay, now y'all come in, chime in, you guys. I see you up there. Chime in. This is a deep subject. I know everybody has something to say about this, men and women. We welcome all opinions.
Don't probably be more the quiet one. Sit back and see what we say. It's always so silent. You want people's input and more awareness on it. But then again, this is something that is like within the confines of your home. Usually what tends to happen, sometimes you'll see it leak out into the streets, but most of the time it's something secret that's going on at home.
Yeah. And then too, a lot of times with that too, though, like a lot of these men, a lot of women that go through abuse, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are being controlled by the man. So that means that their finances are being controlled. Who they talk to is being controlled. Their phone is being monitored. They may have one of them trackers on them. It's deep, you guys. It's really deep, but because abuse doesn't just happen. You don't meet nobody on Monday and you getting your ass whooped on Tuesday. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of grooming involved in abuse, whether it's physical, sexual. There's a lot of grooming that comes along with that. They build your trust up. They tell you these deep sob stories that tug at your heart. So now y'all trauma bonding. You know what I'm saying? And then oh, he having a bad. Then you getting cussed out, and he having a bad day. Oh, and then we justify it. Oh, he's having a bad day. And then next thing we might the cussing out might turn into a smack or a push or he just depressed. And it's always a justification thing because of the grooming that was done prior to the abuse starting. It don't matter says greetings. I think I'm going to try to join y'all from YouTube from now on because FB was being difficult for me to join, but all's well. All right, peace and love. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this podcast on whatever social media that you're viewing it from, please, and thank you. We're going to take a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Aisha Sisters podcast. I am Honey, and I'm joined by my beautiful sisters, Fatima and Queen Sue. The topic of today's segment is domestic violence against women. And as we stated earlier, Black women are disproportionately prone to domestic violence and twice as likely to be killed. You know, so we decided to shine a light on this because at some point it has to stop. And at our Million Mom March 2025, we will definitely have someone speaking about this topic. It Don't Matter says it's hereditary throughout the hood and many households too. Y'all gone already. Oh, this intermission. LOL. Okay. We didn't leave. Just took a brief commercial break. We're here from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time every second and fourth Sunday. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's see here. You know. Okay, Fatima, I have another video I want to play before we go into the next thing.
Continue to shed light on the issue of domestic violence. It is Awareness Month, and it impacts all communities. However, studies show Black women are impacted at a higher rate than any other race or ethnicity. The Institute of Women's Policy Research shows some 31% of all women will experience domestic violence. For Black women, that statistic is more than 40%. One Knoxville woman shares her story of survival with 10 News reporter Jacinta Render. Jacinta?
John, unfortunately, each year in the United States, 10 million people are estimated to experience domestic violence. I talked with one survivor who shared her story, hoping to inspire others to get out just like she did.
You know, I'm here today to say I survived it.
Over 10 years ago, Tiffany got out of what she says was an abusive marriage.
I experienced domestic violence, the mental and the physical abuse.
The mother of 3 kids says the relationship did not start out that way.
He spoiled me, he romanced me, he took care of me.
The marriage took a turn for the worse during a hard time in her life.
I can say right after my mother passed in 2006, everything started going left. He started changing. At that time, we was probably in a marriage for 5 or 6 years.
Tiffany is not alone. 4 in 10 Black women will experience some form of abuse. The Family Justice Center says they've seen the impacts locally.
We're definitely seeing a higher than representative percentage of the victims who come here for services are part of the Black community.
There are several factors that contribute. Research shows Black women are less likely to turn in an abusive partner to law enforcement. Tiffany says after being married for 8 years, enough was enough. With help from the Family Justice Center, she is now a survivor.
Justice Center really helped me a whole lot, but I can say I'm stronger than I was before.
Tiffany hopes her story can inspire all women who are dealing with domestic violence to get help.
Young girls, older, whatever the case may be, you're not by yourself.
While domestic violence disproportionately affects Black women, advocates say it can happen to anyone. John?
Jacinta Render with that story. Thank you, Jacinta. And if you or someone you know is in need of help, there are resources available right now across East Tennessee. You can check our website, WBIR.com, and click on the As Seen on TV section. You'll find a list of groups that are supporting women raising awareness about domestic violence.
All right. So what do you guys think about the video? You have any comments?
I'm glad that you was able to pull up some videos that was I hadn't even been paying attention to it because I normally don't do the news and stuff, but they are starting to get it out there, and we as the Aisha Sister organization, I want us to move forward with pushing for prevention of domestic violence to the women and anyone really, you know what I'm saying? But we got to make sure that we save us to be able to save somebody else.
That's right.
I think that I'm glad that you showed that, and I appreciate if you put that in the group and stuff like that. Those topics and stuff, so we could do a little bit more studying on it and a little more engagement on it because, like I said, from when I was a child, I was seeing the mental and brutality of women being beat and stuff. And so, like you said, even from when you was coming up, that was just a regular thing. Till we got grown to recognize that that ain't where it really was at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You beat on a dog.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to beat a dog. Dog get more human rights than what we get, and they ain't even human.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, indeed. I've seen it. I've seen women get their arms broke and all type of stuff. And look, and that wasn't on the street. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I saw it at such an early age, and it wasn't random. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was really commonplace.
Yeah.
So when you see stuff that when you see stuff being done on a regular basis like that, you just assume that that's how it goes. So that's why I said in my early dating, the
Right.
16, 17, if my I thought it was cute. Me and my boyfriend get to fight and he
Mm-hmm.
jump on me or something. Not like but you know what I mean. He fight me. Oh, he like me. Oh, he like me. I didn't realize that I was perpetuating a cycle at that time.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once I did come to that realization, and I
Mm-hmm.
thank God I came to it before I had children,
Right.
so that I was able to let my daughters know that that is not acceptable behavior. That
Mm-hmm.
is not okay. It's not
Right.
okay. It's not okay.
And just like you were saying, it's a lot of brutality and a lot of domestic violence going around the globe. Even in Michigan, on
Yeah.
last year, I was receiving phone calls telling me that women, men was out there beating women and beheading them and leaving their heads on the front stairs of their parents' house. You understand what I'm saying? They were
Wow.
chopping their heads off. This happened right over here in Michigan.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, what? Just what's going on? That's what I'm talking about. And that was hush, hush, and quiet, quiet. You know,
Right.
like that. It's too much abuse going, domestic abuse and all type of abuse towards women, and ain't nobody standing up. So we are in a real big atomic war. It's a war on us. You understand what I'm saying? There's no respect. There's no holding no honor up for us or anything like that. And I
No.
just want, I was really passionate about us doing this segment today because I feel that, we got to put our voices out there for the voices who can't speak, for the voices that's afraid to speak, for the voices who don't know how to speak. We gotta have the answers to give people the out that they need. Go ahead, sister.
Who? What happened, Queen?
I thought Fatima wanted to talk.
Oh, okay.
No, I was checking the comments, but I was waiting till after you got done. I was going to say, what you saying is right, and I feel like from my aspect and what I see, and I know a lot of people ain't gonna want to hear this, but a lot of this stuff is through self. It still revolves around self. I can't help nobody that doesn't want help. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'll drag me down because my thing is I'm be persistent with helping if you allow me to. But if you don't, if you, and especially the whole sense of you sit up there, you say, "Oh, I want this help," and the next thing you know, you right back over there and stuff. That's like slapping me in the face. So a lot of times people have had that happen. So some of the answers to why people tend to not get in people's business when it comes to that is because people that are in it don't really acknowledge, like Honey was saying, that it's a problem, that it's toxic, or that they just genuinely don't want to leave that person, and we can't help them. And we can only want them to leave the situation alone, but that don't mean that they are until they
Right.
so
Yeah, but sometimes fear make you stay. Because I've been in relationships where I was like, man, I want to leave this mother chucker alone. And I know he going to nut up. I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying? So you have to come up with some contingency plans for the next 6 months and all this. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy because I have yet to leave a relationship where a person didn't threaten to do something to me.
Right.
I ain't never left nobody. My husband, now boyfriend, now nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking they be playing until, and that's a scary
You
thing
can
too.
think they be playing till they jump out the bushes. Cause see,
Right.
I done had a person jump out the bushes on me.
Yeah.
I done had a person kick my window air conditioner in and come through my bedroom window.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
girl. Yeah, girl.
I
Yeah,
you
well, you know, it's a scary fact. You
But I
know.
wasn't worried about them a part of itself, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, right? I wasn't really necessary. The person that kicked the air conditioner in and came through the window, I wasn't worried about him fighting me.
Mm-hmm.
I just ain't want him in my house. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I really did. I just ain't want him there. But at the end of the day, I'm saying this. I'm trying to keep it light. But at the end of the day, if that was a different kind of person that kicked the air conditioner in, my life could have possibly been in danger. Because the person that jumped out the bushes, oh baby, that mug was the killer. Okay, the person that jumped out the bushes wasn't the person that kicked the air conditioner in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I thank God for both situations because I'm still here to tell the story. Still.
Well, I thank God I done made it these years, and a man ain't never been the type of person to come and clobber me. You understand what I'm saying? I swear for God. So that's why
are
when
very
Fatima was
blessed with
talking, now that's why when you was talking, I was going like, we ain't talking about the men right now because I might be in trouble for the abuse on them.
You know what's crazy? I kid you not, I already knew he was going there because when Honey said something, I ain't gonna bring it up so we don't bring up the topic again. I said, now you said that what now? Let's say it again.
And look, and when she brought it up, I'm like, I know she ain't telling on herself on national TV.
Mm-mm.
That's a private joke. This is jokes, y'all. These are jokes.
Okay.
I don't want nobody hit me up. Please do
Okay,
not
So you
do
don't
no
want no
group
smoke.
FaceTimes after
please.
this.
And me neither,
Listen,
okay?
y'all.
Are we
Listen,
getting any
y'all.
comments out
I
there?
crack
Are
jokes.
anybody tuning in?
But
I be
maybe
cracking jokes on here, and after I get off here, I be having all type of phone calls and look these jokes. Some, if I'm not, if I'm telling you it's a joke, it's a joke. Please do not call me. Talk about why you say with them and be beating up on people. Y'all get some Aisha
oh,
brothers. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
oh man.
So, I don't want no smoke. We are
When you know, you
non-violent.
know.
We just talking, right? We just talking, you know what I'm saying? And, trying to make light of a very heavy situation because domestic violence against women is prevalent, it's ongoing, it is dangerous, and we are losing our women at a disproportionate rate. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a serious topic, but at the end of the day, we just trying to keep everything light because it definitely is a heavy subject. So you gotta laugh with the pain.
Right. That's right.
You know.
So we want the audience, to send in, your questions. We want you to interact with us, and we always want you to subscribe and tell your other friends about it. And we also need donations to keep on running and to keep on pushing. We need you all to support us because we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here, and we're gonna keep on pushing, and we're gonna be pushing the right things out. But like I said, if y'all could figure out any type of thing that'll be helpful to womankind. You understand what I'm saying? Toot your little horn. You know what I'm saying? Speak up. Help us out. You hear what I'm saying? Because this is something that it could come in your household, and you want to know how you could deal with it, where you could go to for your information, and all that type of stuff. We got to stick together to stop the war against women.
Definitely.
Part
Definitely.
self. Quincy, you were speaking earlier too, saying far as the fact of where our men. And a lot of times when I hear that, I always be like, well, we can't always necessarily blame. But you know what? You have a very valid point with that, because a lot of the reasons and the ways of women today is because the real man figure, especially grandfathers and fathers are the main one. Brothers are good too, like brothers are good too, but then that foundation of the grandfathers and fathers, you know what I mean? Those things are really not prevalent like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell it ain't even just with us women. It's the men being absent out of their sons' lives, and it
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes.
causes a issue with how they treat women. And maybe
Mm-hmm.
the mother was absent out of their life, and that's how that affects how they treat women. A lot of that really be meaning something. I hear, like, when I talk to certain guys or I'm dating a guy, and I pay attention to his relationship with his mother. A lot of times, if he don't have respect for his mother, he ain't got no respect for you.
None.
He ain't got none, because if his mom, it can't be respected, what make you think he gonna respect you?
Yes. 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 I have some good news though, Queen and Fatima. Our brother Tim Shaw Hoop from Hojo Family Assistance has linked up with Anthony Kirkland, Ace the broker. Okay, and they will be they will, with a collaborative effort, they will be not only providing they will provide grocery style goods, affordable sharing living space, resources for mental health, domestic violence, and help for low income families.
All right.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Put that
congratulations.
information put that information up there where the people could get it when they come back on
Okay.
our channel.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes,
beautiful. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you. Thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
yes, yes.
Thank you. Power to the people.
Yes, yes. Hojo Family Assistance collaborates with us and Chicago Hood Heroes every Thursday on Central Park and Lake for our weekly food giveaway. We've been giving away 3,000 dinners every Thursday since we've collabed with them, you guys. I am so proud to be a
Mhm.
part of that wonderful collaboration with those two brothers. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. The Aisha sisters, Hojo Family Assistance, and Chicago's Hood Heroes. Shout out to Sherman the man. D Wu said, peace and love, sisters. Beautiful topic.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, woo woo. Woo
She
woo
said,
woo.
truth. If a man doesn't respect his mom, he won't respect any female he comes across. You got that right. You
You
got
sure
that
told the
right.
truth.
You got that right. And if his mama ain't around, you got to watch how you treating his sisters, his
Mm-hmm.
daughters. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Baby, if they ain't getting treated right, you know you in for it.
All right. You
You
sure
know.
know what to say.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
know what to say.
yes.
And that's why, I speak to the young man, and even I speak to my own son, this very disrespectful. But the difference between him being disrespectful, when it comes to his mouth, he's loose at the mouth. That's why, you can find people with raggedy mouths. You understand what I'm saying?
I am not.
You are a
They can
whole
try
mess.
it if they want to.
And pardon self, my brother is not a disrespectful child. He has disrespectful moments.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll deal with
Because
that.
we both know,
Thank you for speaking up.
he
Thank
can
you.
be a big gentleman when he want to. Now,
Yes.
you
Every
know
Whatever.
what
time,
I'm saying?
I ain't never seen
You
him
know he
outside.
can. You know
Yeah,
he
but
can.
I'm not gonna take his accolades away from him. But just respectful moments. Okay.
Right, there we
You
go.
know when
There
we,
we
but I was
go.
brought up but when I was brought up, it wasn't no disrespectful moments allowed. Period. You understand what I'm saying?
Look at my face clean. Look, I'm gonna ride with my brother, so we let's see you know let the cows come on. So that's just say man, you know how this go. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. I said we laughing and stuff, but at the end of the day, domestic violence is real. You know what I'm saying? And it's happening. And ladies, ladies, there is help available if you need it. There is a way out if you truly want to leave, but you have to have it set in your mind. Don't say, oh, I'm going to leave and then I'm going to come back in a few days and let them calm down. When you leave, you got to be ready to get the help that you need to stay gone. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste them people time, and then make it worse on yourself. Because if you leave and come back, you didn't took that ass whooping on the way out. You're going to have to get one on the way back in too.
Show enough.
And so, what I'm saying, save one. Fatima, what? See, Fatima. What? See, you know what? That's why I cannot talk and look at Fatima at the same time.
Yeah.
We have this thing, you guys.
I already know.
I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to the public because we got viewers.
You say what?
We have viewers. It's not just us, Queen.
Okay.
So I'm just telling the viewers, for me and my sister, we have this thing, and I can't talk and look at her at the same time because it's gonna go left every time, like it just did. So I'm gonna be on.
Long as you be understanding me, though, okay?
Woo.
Well, while y'all kiki and ha and laughing out there with the audience, don't forget to remind them that July the 19th through the 21st, we're gonna have our Women's Weekend, where we will be celebrating and having our grand picnic on the 20th. So we would like for you guys to, get some information on it. You want to have that 3-day retreat, sistering up with your sister, hit us up because the deadline is very, very near.
Yes.
So, I wanted you all to know that. And like I said, we got a lot of different things that's going on with the Aisha sisters. We're going to do this Million Moms March, which we want to keep on letting you guys know about. We would like for anyone that is in the field, that want to participate and take part. We do have different channels where you guys can join in and be supportive. Volunteers and everything is needed. Just look at our page. Our page is the Aisha Sister www.org, right? Ain't that what it is?
Aisha Sisterhood Incorporated.org.
Yeah. Yes, baby. The Aisha Sisters are on the move, honey. It's the hottest thing going. And guess what else? Miss Pillow Talk over there, baby. I want to just shout out to everybody that viewing in on the Pillow Talk. I tried to tell y'all in a nice way, welcome, but I'm telling y'all in my ghetto fabulous way, welcome, Pillow Talk to the Aisha Sister.
We back, y'all. We back.
Back like we never left, y'all.
I told y'all.
No, we didn't. Because Fatima kept on flaming. But like I said, y'all, we only ask y'all when y'all see us share our posts. Say hi. Let us get our ratings up.
Pardon self. And I appreciate, I was gonna close out with that, but I appreciate everybody that, like, we done came in strong. Pillow Talk is very, like, we're up 400 within the 2 days. We done got 400 new people to join. So that is like awesome. And they actually engage. Let's talk. Let's be positive. Let's keep this the thing. This is how we gonna build this whole thing. And it's contagious. When you actually push out that positivity, it makes other people look and want to do the same thing. And I see that keep happening with that group. That's why we had to make sure we bring it back. Have to.
Yes.
Baby, we moving with gusto around here.
Yes. And okay, we're gonna go to one more commercial break, and then we're gonna do our closeout, ladies. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
We love you all. Send your comments in and subscribe.
right, we're back. Welcome back, you guys. Okay, y'all, we got about 4 minutes left. Let's close it out strong. Fatima.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Y'all have a great. Well, this is our start to the week. Even though today is usually the day we relax before going back to work, or shoot, working all weekend too. Because do that as y'all see. Hey, calm down. But peace and blessings. I don't want to hold y'all up. I gotta take this dog outside. He acting crazy.
See ya.
Okay, just a few things to touch on before we close out. Um, the Aisha Sisters Ladies Weekend is the third weekend of July. This is our third anniversary, and I'm just extremely excited. July 19th, 20th, and 21st. The Aisha Picnic will be Saturday, July 20th. Please come out, support. We accept any and all donations. No donation is too big or too small. Uh, we have our Aisha food giveaway every week. We need some support with that. We're having the Aisha Sisters back to school um, giveaway as well in August. So all those endeavors need some support, and we relying on the public to help us. So if you can donate, donate. And if you can't donate financially, like Queen Sue said, share the post, volunteer to show up and help us with the children. If you know how to face paint, you know what I'm saying. If you want to help, just pack some book bags. We could use help with everything. So no help is too big or too small. You know what I'm saying. Now, if it's somebody out there that really want to help us out, you can order us 500 book bags.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or if you got to hook up with it.
However it play out, we definitely need the assistance. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say. And and Turner Marketing Solutions for
Yes.
all your credit needs. I do business credit. I do personal credit. I do building on top of bad credit. Dispute letters. I do business development, business consultation, marketing, branding, promotion. Any you need it. I'm probably able to get it done for you. So my 1-800 number is 888-385-3867. Once again, 888-385-3867. Turner Marketing Solutions. Come
Can
on.
you help me with my credit, please?
I got you, boo. I got you.
Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us once again on this different episode, and we hope that you keep on supporting us. And support don't come all the time monetarily. Like I said, if you guys got some hookup where y'all can help us get this back to school program going with supplying the kids with all their supply needs, volunteering, helping us, anything. Everything ain't about the dollar. It's about resources. It's about support, and it's about volunteers and helping us. And we are asking you. In the word, it says, if you have not because you ask not. We're asking for y'all support, y'all help, y'all volunteer, and anything that y'all could do to help us grow. Because we are global, moving forward. Yes, we are. So
That's
don't get
right.
on the plane at the end. You better get on right now.
That's right. Our next podcast is Sunday, June 23rd at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you all for joining us. Please, please, please like, share, and subscribe to the Aisha Sisters podcast on YouTube. We love you.
Love you. Mwah.